And now we're going to go to Miss India. Miss India, can you share with us which designer you work for?
So I modeled for Pep Holman, aka the Bridal Citizen, and that was an awesome experience.
Miss Pip Holman put on a pop-up bridal show. And I know you guys were not aware of it, but from that show, you wound up becoming a David's bridal feature.
Yes, me and Pep after the show talked about working for a private project that she had with David's Bridal. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. So we went to a shop in on magazine, and we took a beautiful photo shoot, and we started submitting the photographs, and we got picked up from David's Bridal and three other plus size bridal influence websites and Instagram pages.
You bring the stretched earlobe, the tattoos, and it doesn't take away from the elegance and the beauty of your look. How was it to see yourself in that light?
Well, thanks to Curve the Runway, Nola, they accepted me just the way I am, stretched ears, tattoos, and everything. So that was a great thing. It also Pep seen the beauty in me as well to start modeling and be a plus size bridal model, which was very incredible. And when we took those pictures, it was nothing short of amazing. You didn't see any tattoos as far as, oh, she got tattoos, she has stretched ears. It was a classic jazzy, very beautiful, soft, feminine, bridal um shoot.
And so I want you to expound a little bit more on your experience with Curve the Runway because I understand that you did a few auditions prior to Curve the Runway and it wasn't the same sort of experience that you had with Curve the Runway. Can you share that with us?
Yes, I actually auditioned for multiple brands, and I walked in there head held high, always been a confident out there type of plus size girl. So when I went in there, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna get this, and it was like, no. Unfortunately, the guy told me, you're beautiful, your walk is perfect, but you don't have to look for us. It's a no. And I'm like, that crushed me. So when Curve the Runway
Right.
2019 audition came, I was like, okay, let's try it. It's not gonna hurt. If they tell me no, hey, it's whatever. It's not meant for me. When I walked in the door, you felt the love, and I actually met you there at my audition. I met Miss Ashley as
That's
well,
right.
and everybody was so encouraging and so friendly. And I'm like, okay, yes. And when I got the acceptance email, I was like, yes, honey. So
Yes.
it was very, very, very friendly. It when you walked in there, and when you even walk in practice, it was definitely somewhere that was a safe haven. It was
Yes.
judgment free.
So I want to expound on what you said, India, because that is a powerful thing when you go to audition for someone and they tell you you're not beautiful or maybe you're not what they're looking for or you're not the standard of beauty, then to come to Curve the Runway and be embraced and to be able to say, you know what, I can be confident, I can walk with my head held high. Can you guys share with me your experience with Curve the Runway and just what's the word I want to use? Just confirming your beauty and who you are.
So, like I said earlier, walking in to Curve the Runway, you just immediately felt that love. Um, like Ashley said, it's not a competition. You're going in there to encourage each other, to find your confidence, to find friends, to find people that are like you. And in that, I was able to just blossom into who I am now, and just have that confidence in becoming that plus size model that I always wanted to be.
India, you were always confident. You were never one to, you were always someone who walked in with brightness and light and just encouraged and just empowered everybody in the room. But since Curve the Runway, you have gone on a weight loss journey.
Prior to joining Curve the Runway, I was 378 and I lost a ton of weight. Now I'm 240, so give or take, it was over 100 pounds. So and that's also kind of boosted me up more so to be like, okay, let's try this modeling world again. They didn't like you at a plus, maybe super BBW. Let's go with the BBW first. But I always had the confidence. Thank you to my parents. They gave me validation that you're a beautiful plus size girl no matter what. The world is going to be harsh, but you are going to be loved in the precise way. You're going to be respected in this world the precise way.
And what's dope about you, India, is even though you just started modeling with Curve the Runway, you are now a brand ambassador for several brands here in New Orleans, correct?
I definitely love embracing our NOLA brands. I think we as NOLA people should um have our products just like anybody else highlighted. If you're from New York, Atlanta, they need to be pushed as well. And I think as far as people from New Orleans, they have to be pushed a little more so. Like their their products are dope.
So while I have all of you ladies, I just want to commend our everyday heroes, our women who are battling with COVID. Miss India, she is actually working at East Jefferson. You are a patient
Yes.
executive, right? So
Yes.
we want to
Yes.
thank you so much for being an everyday hero. You know, all heroes do not wear capes. Who are the parents on our panel today? So, Miss Shahida, how is it with a young child at home during this pandemic?
Well, it's a juggle. Like I have to juggle my work because I'm working from home. Like I currently work at LSU, and I have a 2 year old. I have to push my focus on my modeling career. So it's a major juggle. I'm always juggling something, and my 2 year old is a live wire. She wants to steal my makeup brushes and go in the mirror and put on makeup. She's like all over the place. So it was a major struggle at first because I had to know like what am I gonna do? I'm so used to just working and then come home, but now I have to give her tender loving care that she needs, and then I have to, do my work so I can continue to get paid, and then I have to
Right.
find time continue to push my brand as a plus size model in the industry, and so it's a major juggle. But some kind of way I do it. I haven't been getting much sleep lately, but it's okay.
Them babies have been testing them parents all across the nation. Everybody is ready for everything to open back up. So,
Whew,
talking about adjusting during this pandemic, how are you guys planning on adjusting to pursuing your careers and furthering your careers? We don't know what the new norm is going to be anymore. How does this pandemic affect how you're going to proceed in modeling?
Far as modeling, you'll probably be doing a lot of virtual auditions. I actually did a virtual audition yesterday morning. So I think that's going to be the new norm for models, where you can just put on a little eyelash extension and curl up your hair, and you probably can be barefoot. Yeah, I think that's going to be the new norm.
Speaking of
Yeah.
virtual auditions, there are also virtual photo shoots going on. Have any of you guys done any virtual photo shoots?
It's a brand called Model University, Model Behavior University, and they're from up north. But I was a part of a quarantine fashion show, and so during that time, she came up with. She was inspired by Tyra Banks, and so she would tell our group of ladies or our model sisters to say, "Hey, I need you to come up with an idea of household work. Come up, put together any household item and bring it to life." And so what I
Wow.
did, I was able to bring a rug and a clock, and I made like a Flavor Flav clock, and I made an entire outfit of it. And then the next item we had, I did, y'all. It was cute. It
I
was,
saw that. It was
but
really cute.
yes, but and then we had another quarantine fashion show where the theme was housework, bring housework to fashion. So there are opportunities out there to continue to market yourself and push yourself out there during this quarantine. Like, because I always prefer people to get out there, take your camera phone or a camera and just go shoot. Just go out there and continue. And sometimes it's a struggle, but you got to keep going and keep pushing if that's what you really want to do.
Yes. So what about you, Cara? What are you doing as far as pushing and pursuing modeling during the pandemic?
Well, right now it's kind of on the back burner because of the baby. But after this, I'm hopefully going to be able to start participating in some virtual shows, like figure out who in the area is doing virtual shows, who in the area is doing virtual photo shoots, try to plug myself into that, get my Instagram back up. I kind of just when I actually found out that I was pregnant during the Curve the Runway practices. So
Yes,
I
I
kind of
remember
was like,
that.
okay, after Curve the Runway, everything's gonna kind of go on a pause for a little while. But as he starts getting older and a little bit more self sufficient, I'll be able to pick that back up and just run with it. And I'm excited to be able to do that again because it's boring not doing it.
I understand. I totally understand. Once you get the modeling bug, it hits you and it does not let you go. Something about the pull of that runway, oh my God, it's so exhilarating. And I myself personally can't wait to get back on the runway. What was you guys' favorite part of not the auditions, but the actual practices? My favorite was actually learning all the different types of walk, the sexy walks, the slow walks, the plain Jane walks. Like each designer calls for a different type of walk. So learning about all the different types of walk was like my favorite thing. What about you guys?
My favorite part about the practices, honestly, were meeting up with the girls. Like, we have so much fun. Sometimes we had too much fun, and Lee was like, come on, get it together. But that was my favorite part. I absolutely did learn a lot with the different types of walk. My favorite walk is the couture walk. And we did the exercises where you had to squeeze your gluteus maximus. But
Yes.
my favorite part was really just seeing all of the girls that I consider, we're friends at that point by the time you get to practices. So it was just great seeing them once a week. Like, it's almost better than a club.
Those practices felt like actual workout classes. We had to do back bends. I felt like a yogi. All of you have made your way. All of you had to push through whatever self doubts that you had, whether it's Indians just starting out. Now you are actually a brand ambassador for many brands, whether it's Ashley continuing to jump on planes and take risks, whether it is Shahida just pushing forward and making sure that you're networking and building and continuing to keep your face out there. Thank you, ladies, so much for the examples that you are setting in the modeling world. Are there any last words that you guys want to leave with our audience just to encourage others who may feel like modeling is not for them?
Definitely don't feel like modeling's not for you because it's for everybody. There's a niche for everybody in this group. There's, size, height, weight, none of that matters. You're going to be able to get plugged in somewhere.
I would have to agree with Kyra. Don't stop. If modeling is something that you want to do, it is not for the faint-hearted. You have to be persistent. You have to constantly put yourself out there. Use your social media platforms. People are getting discovered on social media every day. We just saw how the world stopped during this pandemic, and there were a lot of model agencies that were selecting people via social media. So use your social media platforms. It's a powerful tool. Don't stop and be persistent, and continue to network with people and take your networks from social media and try to transform them in the real world.
You went from like what 1,200 to almost 10,000 followers. That's
Yes, I am
incredible.
almost at 10,000. So when I get to 10,000, I want those paid sponsorships.
I know that's right.
I smell an ebook. I smell a webinar. Those are things that you can
Yes,
teach other people to do and monetize. Okay.
because I'm giving it away for free now. So many girls DM me on Instagram. They're like, how do you get your following up? And to be honest with you, I think that Instagram was playing around with their algorithm, and I looked up and got on Explore, and that really did a lot for my following. So lucky me, I guess.
Yes. All I know is you better be writing it down, getting ready for an ebook. Please and thank you. You can begin paying for that now because you have proven results.
I just want to encourage you all, if you feel that you have what it takes to be a model, to just go for it. One of my mottos is to believe in yourself first. Not just believe in yourself, but believe in yourself first, because if you don't believe what you can do, then who will? So I want to thank Curve the Runway for just having the opportunity to open up a plus size community to the southern region, because a lot of times we don't have that anywhere else. But I want to thank God, and I thank the opportunity for me being able to meet Peaches and Lee and the whole team to be able to put our plus size community on a platform that's well needed, because we have a lot of beautiful people in Louisiana, and I think that it needs to be, we need the world to know that we are beautiful just as well. And I think it's a great opportunity for anybody who want to try to become a model. It's hard work, but nothing comes out of it. I mean, if you do everything and think it's supposed to be easy, you might not. But if everything is, if you do it and you put yourself in a timely fashion, you know what you want to do, you space yourself out and make your plans and everything, then just see it through.
I'm telling you, we have to spin off, because what has worked for us will definitely work for others. So we have to continue to inspire and to give back. And just coming from my story is very similar to India. I wasn't considering myself a model at all either. But guess what? Now you can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing.